What is up, my dude and dudettes, and welcome back to TellerTube. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the subreddit r/choosingbeggars. If you guys are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe, as it would really help me out and allow me to continue to make these videos for you guys. And with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. I bought a homeless man a meal, and he decided I need to do that every day. So for some context, I work in a smaller restaurant, I'm a 14-year-old girl trying to save money for college, and I'm absolutely in love with my job. I was coming in around 6 a.m. one morning through the back as usual when I saw a man walking down the street behind the restaurant. I was gonna keep going inside as it was still a bit dark out and my county has many sexual assault incidents. Something told me I couldn't just leave this man be, so I walked towards him a bit and asked if he had anything to eat this morning. He said, "No dear, I do not." So I told him to come around the front entrance of the building and I'd treat him to some breakfast. After I got clocked in, stocked the bakery, opened the doors and such. He hadn't come in yet. About 30 minutes passed and I was sad for a while. I finally saw him come in, I gave him a menu and some water while we got his food ready. He got a breakfast burger, hash brown, and a muffin. He left when I was finished eating and I smiled the rest of my shift because I was able to feed a man that morning. The next day came, I opened at 6, did everything as normal when he came in around 8. I was surprised to see him and he ordered the same thing. Part of me did wonder if he expected me to pay again, but I pushed it aside as I cleaned some tables and waited on his order. I got it ready and told him the total. His tone went sour. Choosing beggar. "It costs money." Me, "Yes sir, it's total amount." "But you paid for me yesterday." "Yes, I did. I try to be nice and do good deeds, but I cannot afford to do that every day." "That's ridiculous. You expect me to pay total amount?" "Yes, I do. You ordered the food." Choosing beggar begrudgingly pulls out wallet and gives me $20. At this point, I'm a little shocked. He asked me to pay for him once again, and almost did, as there was a point where I was nearly homeless and I really try to help as much as I can. He took his food to go and left. Then the next day came. Same thing. 6 a.m. he came in around 8, ordered the same thing, I get it ready, and he asked me, "Can it be free?" I responded with, "No, unfortunately, the restaurant cannot give food away for free." Choosing beggar sighs and rolls his eyes once again, citing something about me being a booger. He says he needs to run to the bank, and not surprisingly, he doesn't come back. My manager marks it as a walkout, and he didn't come back in after this. I don't know why he didn't understand that I, barely a freshman in high school trying to get a jump start on my life, can't pay $20 a day for his burger. Looking back, he was probably a beggar pretending to be homeless, as there have been more and more stories of that sort in my state as well. In these times, money is obviously harder to come by, and I can understand looking for more work to get by, but I cannot understand being so unethical as to call a teenager a booger and to ask her to pay for his hollandaise hash browns. Thought this story belonged here, hope I can make some of you laugh with the nerve of this guy. Oh my goodness, Chief. "Hey, I want the same breakfast I had yesterday, but I'm not paying." "Yeah, sorry Chief, not gonna happen." Woman demands baby formula. Okay, after I had my first child, I bought some baby formula because I wasn't sure if I would be able to breastfeed. This formula had 2 packages in the box and I had opened one of it, but since the breastfeeding worked out fine, I didn't need the other one. Since baby formula is quite expensive, I don't like throwing things away, I posted an ad and explained I would sell the remaining package, one, for $2.50. A woman texted me saying she would want it and if I could send it to her. She told me that she had a baby recently and really needed this particular brand since her baby handles it well. I reminded her that it's only one package, which she said is fine since the price was really cheap for this particular brand, and told her that I would send her the formula without additional shipping fees. She only needed to pay the $2.50. She was happy, PayPal'd the money, I sent the formula and thought nothing of it anymore. She texted me a few days later. Her: "Your package arrived, thanks, but where's the rest of it?" Me: "I'm glad it came so quickly, what do you mean by rest?" I put the instructions to mix the formula inside. "Yeah, I found them, but where's the other package? Does it come in another package?" Me, confused. I told you there is only one sealed package left, and this is what I was selling. You said that's okay." Her: "No, your ad clearly said it's a whole box. I wanted a whole box." Me: "No, it didn't. You can look it up, it's still on the page." I'm sorry for the misunderstanding, but I wouldn't sell a whole box for only $2.50. "You clearly changed it. I have a screenshot to prove you scammed me." There would be a note at the end of the page if I edited the ad, which it didn't. If you've got a screenshot, please show me. Maybe it's from another ad. I'm done discussing with you. How are you gonna solve this? There isn't anything to solve. I never offered the whole box and never edited the ad. You got what I offered and we agreed on. You scammed me! Either you send me a whole box or you send me the money for it. Not gonna happen. I'm reporting you. You scammed me. Feel free to do so. Have a nice day. Karen, you really tried to finesse a whole package after agreeing on one. Shake my head. Choosing beggar family won't leave our house. Okay, so this took place when I was 9, which was 6 years ago, so it may be a bit fuzzy. My dad had a friend from middle school who now had a family and was going to visit North Carolina for vacation. They invited themselves to my grandparents' house to stop by for a few minutes before continuing on their trip. This is how they ended up staying for 2 days before we kicked them out. So my dad had a friend from middle school, let's call him Mike. Mike lived in New Jersey near my father and they were friends and went to school together. So it makes sense that him and his family come to visit because they haven't seen my father in a while. Here's the thing, my dad wasn't there. He was in Colorado on his own vacation to visit his old friend. So why would they still come visit? This baffled us, but it's great to have some company since we lived in the middle of nowhere and had this big house all to ourselves. Here are the characters in the story. Me, OP, my mom, my sister, S, my grandmother, GM, my grandfather, GP, my dad's friend Mike, my dad's friend's wife Karen, Mike and Karen's son, age 12, Kevin, Mike and Karen's daughter, 16, Kavina. It was time for the family to arrive. We still didn't know why they were coming since the road to North Carolina was 1 hour out of the way unless they were trying to get a free vacation out of our house amenities. Pool, jacuzzi, etc. They came here in their little car with Kavina driving, almost hitting our car in the driveway. They came inside and within 5 minutes everyone was in the pool. Barely any introduction or manners, just got in the pool basically. After a while of being in the pool, I got to know Kevin. Kevin was a special guy, a classic Kevin, since I was bored out of my mind since I didn't have any friends with me, so I hung out with him for a bit. We played Minecraft and did other stuff, and he kept on trying to pick up my sister, age 5 at the time. My mother politely said, please do not pick up sister, she is too heavy for you to carry. He did not care. He did it a few times after anyways, so yeah, that was Kevin, not the brightest guy. I didn't really know Kavina that well. It was nearing 6 p.m, Karen and Mike were out of the pool and they were talking crap about being hungry. GP asked if they had lunch. Karen said, no, but the kids had fruit snacks on the way here. Seriously? Feed your damn kids and don't expect dinner if you told us that you were going to stop by for a few minutes. We ended up ordering Domino's since we live in literally the middle of nowhere. We had to drive 20 minutes to the nearest Domino's and pick up the pizza. I always rode with my grandfather in the car because I liked it. On the way there, he was getting a bit pissed because I'm sure a 64-year-old man doesn't want to be picking up pizza for a family he barely knows and has seen seldom of the past 20 years. We got back and ate pizza. Me and Kevin played Minecraft in my world, and yes, he exploded my Minecraft city with TNT. I don't particularly care, I'm not a hardcore Minecraft gamer back then. We watched a mediocre movie and went to bed. The whole Choosing Beggar family refused to sleep in rooms with any of us. We had to rearrange the whole bedroom layout, which was a pain in the butt, but we eventually went to sleep. I woke up at the ripe time of 7 a.m. I look out my window to see Kevin and Kavina in the pool already, Mike and Karen in the jacuzzi. It's 7 a.m. I walk downstairs to my fuming grandfather who didn't even know they were sleeping over. He, my mom, and grandmother were in the kitchen formulating a plan. They came up with a lie that they had to pick up a new dishwasher in the city, which was about 50 miles away. What did the Choosing Beggars say? We'll come with you, it's no problem. No, you'll have to leave now, said my grandfather, who was actually pissed at the time. After 2 hours of wasting our time, they finally left. They came back twice because they forgot stuff. I'm sure that they stole a few things too. We drove to the seafood market and Dunkin' Donuts for some food. We leave the parking lot and see their car driving away from North Carolina. My grandmother screamed duck as their car passed us since they knew that the city was also the other way on the road. What does this story mean? Make sure that Choosing Beggars leave your house at the time that they promised to leave. Oh my goodness. Okay, but what are they doing in the pool and the jacuzzi at 7 in the morning? Like, come on people. But yeah, that's pretty savage on their part. Yeah, well, just stop by for a few minutes to say hi. Psych, I need to stay for 2 nights. Thanks. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button as it would really help me out. Subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.